Have you ever felt completely checked out on life? Have you ever said to yourself, this is going nowhere, I'll just do the bare minimum and hope that people leave me alone? Speaking from experience, this is not a good idea. There's a hidden cost in checking out that isn't apparent when you first do it. When you first say to yourself, oh, I don't care, during a heated moment with a boss, a friend, or even a significant other, it is a way to protect yourself from something much worse: the cost of being present. Because if you're locked in, whatever happens, happens. You're in for that ride and you're afraid, like a kid on a roller coaster for the first time, waiting for the drop. It's exciting for some, terrifying for others, but vulnerable for all. It's tempting to just say, hey dude, no roller coasters for me. I'm cool, thanks. And simply just not. You sit up for this one, and then life, in its merciful yet cruel way, will actually just let you. Nobody's going to make you do anything, which is arguably the hardest part of adulthood. Nobody's going to pick you up, strap you in, and pull that lever for you. Instead, it's just you. You're watching other people take these risks, big and small. You're watching and waiting, thinking, well, this roller coaster is just not for me. I'll catch the next one. Cool. Maybe it isn't. Maybe. But eventually, you're going to be sitting there, having forgotten how to even get started in life because you spent all this time just kind of coasting, pun intended. And that sucks. But don't click off the video. This isn't a call out, it's more like a self report, actually. And if this resonates with you, it may be time to do that thing you said you were going to do, make that phone call you were going to make, or maybe even just call grandma. It seems to me that life is more about seizing the moment. We've seen all the cliches, Carpe Diem or Shia LaBeouf and his Just Do It.
Do it!
But if you're anything like me, that's not very intuitive. You've seen other people get seriously hurt living that way. You've seen the consequences of just rushing into things headlong without a second thought. It's a dangerous, fiery way to live that I personally have always scoffed at. I'll be honest. I see that and I just think,
with 32.33 repeating, of course, percentage of survival.
Oh, it's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
well, that's what happens to the man without a plan. He wipes the raid. He makes mistakes. Mistakes, the things that immediately kill you if you commit them. Or so an anxious brain would have you believe anyway. Except that doesn't happen. In fact, that clip is staged and it was done for comedic effect. I'm sorry if this is how you find out, by the way. Although it's not confirmed, I have a hunch it was based on a party member of theirs that inspired the video. And yet, they still liked each other enough to make a skit about it, and millions of people have enjoyed it for decades. Life, it seems to me, is literally about mistakes, living and learning, like my boy Sonic the Hedgehog used to say. If we don't take risks, life just keeps going. There are countless people that are trying to have their moment, and nobody's going to make sure you get yours. Checking out at first seems tempting because it frees you of the responsibility of bearing the weight of your own mental presence. At work, at school, at home. I've done this for years. I went through some tough things as a kid and checked out completely at 15. I stopped trying. All my teachers would get after me for it, saying I could do better if I just applied myself. I think they were right. I used to only get as high as a grade in math as I needed to pass, and then I would just play World of Warcraft instead of doing my homework. Nowadays, I'm pretty bad at math. Y equals mx plus b haunts me to this very day.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
I recently just turned 26, and for the first time in my life, I'm realizing that standing off in the sidelines, taking notes for a while, getting the lay of the land, and peeping your surroundings is a good, survivalist take on life. It makes sense, animals do it. But if life in the modern day was only about survival, all of us would be doing fantastic. Hell, we have so much food we barely know what to do with it all, with food waste in the US being as high as roughly to 30 to 40% of food being wasted, which amounts to 78 million tons. Ladies and gentlemen, to humor me, we could ignore the housing crisis for a second. I know, it's bad. I'll move my wife and I into Miko's shack just outside of Solitude when the time is right. But no, life is about momentum. Humans are creatures of habit, truly. We just like what's familiar. It feels right. People even stay at jobs they hate if it means not taking a risk. I'm guilty of that myself. I've stayed at plenty of jobs way longer than I should have and longer than was right for me at the time, and definitely have lived to regret it. It feels way better than having made that one scary phone call, applied for that position you don't feel confident enough to apply for, or even asking the person out that you're worried is out of your league. This is the story we tell ourselves to protect us. But it's not real. It's true that we miss 100% of the shots we never take, and it's this stagnation itself that is harmful, eventually. It's tough to imagine that one moment where you choose not to care, turning itself into a decade of checking out. For some people, this is lifelong. For me, 10 years. This video has three purposes. One, it's a wake up call for those that need it, myself included. Two, a warning for people that feel tempted to fall into this trap. And three, full disclosure, it's a shameless way for myself to break my own stagnation. I've always wanted to create something, really anything, that took this level of dedication and risk. To write a popular short story or post a successful YouTube video for me is sort of my dream. Now that this is out there, it is put on the altar of public opinion. People will like or dislike this video and like or dislike me. My vibe, the subject I chose, the thumbnail I used, or it could even be a small clip I made earlier that made them click off. It could also be the dude clicking off now because I'm rambling. You can see how terrifying doing something like this could be for somebody that just wants to keep his analysis paralysis going and just sit this one out, keep this as a script and never post it. But that's the cost. The cost is the pain of wasted potential. Or occasionally, life will shoulder check you into acting via unpredictable circumstances, things you forgot to account for that are having an effect now. My message to you is this: go do that thing you wanted to do. What have you got to lose? I myself have watched plenty of videos that go like this. I would feel inspired, sit with the inspiration, feel good for a while, then I'd watch anime or play a game and go to bed. What is driving such a thing? Why do we do things like this? It's the fear of failure, of making mistakes. But here's something to think about. Is it worth it to keep feeling this way? Is it worth it to sit here with this any longer? I watch a lot of self help content lately. I came across a video a while back that went a little something like, "This is a contract between you and me." Nope, it's too late. You already agreed in your head, mentally. It was a great bit. I really loved that idea. It was creative, but more importantly, accountable. So I have an idea for this video. Why don't you use it as a bookmark? And you know what? I will too. I'll live by my own advice here. Whenever we feel like we want to go back to doing the same old, for fear of change, we come right back to this video to remind ourselves of the stakes. That will be our deal. Great. The bargain is struck. No take backsies. That's cheating. Say it with me. Nope. You know what? This sucks, and it's time I change that. If I did it, so can you. I literally promise. I'll be here. All right? Alrighty then. Have a good day, gamer. I'll leave you with something else before you go. Fear seeks to diminish you. Instead, let it reveal you. Niuzao, the Black Ox.